inside trip, coaching, outside. Move. Here. And this is the kind of move coaching here. Coaching, outside trip. There's my solo. Good night. All right, footwork stuff, right, Sensei? Oh, you already know this. You mastered all this stuff. But yeah, this is more for the people. Creating angles, really, right? So notice how just a little bit of an advantage here. Once you gain an advantage, you want to create movement, okay? If I'm losing in position here, and if I'm creating lots of lateral movement, right? You can easily catch me or Soto here. Oh, yeah, perfect, right? If I go Soto, yeah. All right, if I'm circling this way, right? I'm losing position. If you turn for a big Uchimata, I get loaded onto the hip. So you definitely don't want to be moving around like crazy, trying to create lateral movement, because that's your lateral movement.
For the person who has the grip. Like if you're out grip, you don't want to be moving laterally. Yeah.
Not so much, yeah, because now you can kind of time these things, right? Of course, yes, you want to move and create space, but it's better for the dominant person to be creating movement. So now I have good dominant position here, and I want to circle to this direction. Here, right? So this is a two-step. 1, 2. Come down, right? 1, right? And then I could circle the opposite direction, right? So this is kind of like a basic movement here. So now from here, look, I fake, circle this way, circle this way. Right? So now I can draw the leg. Back step. See how the back step goes with this too now? Right? So if I could fake the back step, they could create a reaction. Right? You're hipping. Yeah, so generally when I go for this turn throw,
I'm gonna check you, or
you're gonna try to hip check me here. So as I'm going for this turn throw, you hip check me, right? And now as I'm coming out, I take 2 steps here. So now there's my Ochi. If I'm circling to this direction, I may hit you with a Sasai one. So now you're gonna brace yourself to that Sasai coming. Right? Circle this way. Right? Now I have the angle forward. So what this is going to look like is you're going to pepper in some footwork movements, right? As you're making attacks. So it looks like Kosoto, circle. Back step, circle. Take this way, attack this way. Right? It looks like a double Kosoto. I'm circling, inside trip, coaching, outside. Move. Here. And this is the kind of move coaching here. Coaching, outside circle. There's my solo. Good night. This is like 2, 1. Take this way, go back that way. Kosoto, Sasai, Ochi, turn throw. Your turn, Sensei.
Okay, so I've got dominant grip. I'm going to circle out this way. 1, 2.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
All right.
Now I'm going to show you an attack. Right? I'm going to show you a Soto this way, and then I'm going to circle out the other way. Yeah.
There we go.
1, 2.
Yeah.
1.
Yeah. Oh yes. There we go. Yeah. Then show me like a quick fake this way. Right. So now when you step out this way, circle away. See, I'm still coming. Not easy.
Okay.
Yes. Right. Nice. There you go. Yep. Beautiful. Oh yeah. You do a one-handed too. We did a one-handed thing. Okay. A lot of times like fake, but circle this way. Back this over this way. All right. If you're doing jiu-jitsu, you could do Korean tenai.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hasn't been illegal. Hasn't been made illegal yet. Yeah.
I bet you, Asian Open, like any Asian BJJ thing, you're gonna start doing that.
Yeah.
I heard from a little birdie that BJJ is growing like this in Korea.
Oh yeah.
And South Korean judo style is very specific and unique.
Yeah.
And all the judo moves that were banned, I bet you is gonna make its way to Korea. When those guys start doing better on the international circuit, everyone's gonna be spitting this. And then BJJF will make it illegal. I almost guarantee it, because people will blow out their elbows before they even hit the ground.
Yeah.
It's such a dangerous move.
That's a win, though. I mean.
Yeah,
that's a win. Yeah. Okay. So it's cool. Very cool. So the essence of this is this foot-to-foot kind of pendulum step out this way, right? And then same thing this way. And it's always bring your feet together. Yeah. It's kind of like 1, 2, this kind of foot-to-foot thing.
Yes.
And you're using a combination of the footwork and the pull.
Yeah.
Get the person moving.
You can do one big Sasai also.
Yeah. Up this side or this
So
side?
you step this way, you go Sasai.
Oh yeah, here.
Bang. Yeah. Right? So as you're doing this, when you go again, you just take 2 steps instead of 1. So I think Sasai's coming.
Right. So bang.
Oh shit. Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because lots of styles coming. Right?
Nice. Yeah, that's a good combo.
Yeah. This way. Yeah, go, right? And then now you can start angling off to this opposite direction. Yeah, there you go. Right there.
important.
Then you mix in the front and back, right? Because we're also on this plane too.
Mm-hmm.
And you could draw them forward for like a coach. You here catching the foot. Now you're going inside trip, and then you're angling off here, right? Yeah. So now it's like back, forth, side to side angle. Now all of a sudden flying with reason. Right? There's reasoning behind it. It's not just like fluff movement, right?
Purpose.
Yes, purposeful movement, right? Setting certain things up. Oh, thank you.
Oh, step, walk away.
Yeah, it's like a fake turn throw,
Right.
So just like a short fade,
Right.
walk turn, yeah.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Okay, now do your second one.
Right, and you do the fake turn,
Right.
and you just angle off here.
Okay.
Yes. So if you're gonna mix those two steps, stance here, right? And then it looks like I'm gonna go for another turn throw, but I'm angling off to the backside here. So now if I want to hit tie up,
Yeah.
it's a lot closer to do the tie up.
Okay.
Right?
So one.
Yeah. So put the knee up. Yes. Oh, yes. Right? And then you mix in like short thing. Yeah. Short, long, out to the side.
Okay. Short, long. Oh, I gotta step away, right?
Yeah, the long step that goes back foot, goes
Yeah.
across foot.
Short, long,
Yeah.
out to the side.
Oh, yes.
I'm learning it.
Yeah.
Getting there.
There you go. And then you inverse the order, right? So now it's like here,
Okay.
here. Now the OG comes, right? Now you've ended up in front before you ended up to the back.
Yeah. Okay. So first is
Boom.
good,
Yeah.
right?
There you go. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, my God. Guys, you need to release the judo DVD.
I got
Judo,
it.
dude.
Judo for BJJ.
Yeah, never been done before.
No one's done it.
Oh, stay to say.
That's good.
You need,
Bring it in front of the camera. That's
this
very
is
rare.
it, this is
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
You always talk about teeing off, right? So if
Yeah.
we're in the righty stance,
Yeah.
eventually I want to end up here. But if I float into this position and the person knows what they're doing, I'm going to get clipped from the back and taken over.
Yeah.
Where really, it's into your turn throw, right? It's your
Yeah.
dominant hand going this way. And if I go this way, I get taken also. So how do I get to here, or how do I get to here safely? And that's where all the movement comes in. So
Yeah.
you can do just circling
Yeah.
and being mindful of the hands. That's
Yeah.
A.
Yeah.
2 is attacking to safety. So Osoto and
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah.
And 3 is the feint. So that's the
Yes.
the hierarchy. So
Yeah.
it's like, how good did you get in uchikomi to show a move or go into it with the same look and then make a pattern? So it's like movement, fake, return.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm here.
Yeah.
Movement, real attack,
Yeah.
fake, back into it.
Yeah.
If it's a person who's like a low belt, not a lot of this matters because they're not reacting.
Yeah.
So I could just float here and blast them
Yeah.
if height,
Yeah.
weight, and all that stuff's the
Yeah.
same. But even if someone's like mid-tier, I can elicit the reaction with heavier hands,
Yeah.
right? I can feint and really pull
Yeah.
the collar to get this leg toward me
Yeah.
or another way.
Yeah.
But memorizing these patterns of like step, explode back,
Yeah.
fake this way, go this way.
Yeah.
Very basketball like you talk about.
Yeah, after this, man, when I was first trying to learn this in Japan, when I was in high school, I got the Kushkan high school system, and the guy was trying to teach me, right? And I had the same questions, like, I can't just float there, the guy's gonna slam me. He goes, all right, let's start off with this, 'cause I couldn't get all this, right? There was a time when I wasn't as good as I am now.
Say it if it's so.
Yeah. So he showed me this, like, okay, we're even here, right? We have the proper grips, with good meaningful grips here, right? And he goes, look what I do here. I'm gonna hold and push it like this, okay? So I'm gonna square his shoulders with me, right? And then little by little, inch my hands, right? Like this. So now, little by little, my hands are getting a little bit better, and his hands are getting worse, right? So if Reagan does nothing, he's standing here, right? He's just relaxing, right? I'm gonna just constantly be doing this, okay? So now, when I get to this position, I could start floating to the position that I want. And even as I'm going here, if he wants to go turn throw, he really can't because my hand's in such good position, right? So it's like, do this, and then he goes, we're dead even, right? And he's gonna return the shoulders, right? And do this kind of thing, and kind of re-grip every time here, bite up a little bit higher, right? Now, if I'm angling off, now this is my shot to, right? Look how good of a position that I'm in here, right? So I'm angling off little by little, right? And now if I want to,
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
it was getting a little repetitive, like something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you can have all these sequences of twitches and,
Yeah.
and increments, then the person's getting spammed with all this information, and they're gonna be
Yeah.
one step behind, and that's all you need in the sport.
Yeah, really.
So it's like all of this
Yeah.
plus this plus this,
Yeah.
and then
Oh,
all of
yeah.
a sudden it's like you crept up the ladder they didn't even know.
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
Plus the gas tank. You're just
Yeah.
now they're processing and reacting,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden it's like that's
Yeah.
where the good judo lies.
Oh, absolutely, man. I should have known one that they did. They were like, go master that. I'm like, all right. So I'm like doing this whole thing. Can't really get it, you know? And he goes, all right, you got it? You got it? And then he goes like this. He goes, then you go really quick, opposite. Right? So now I'm going this way. So now the weight shifts to this leg here, right? And then the leg gets a little bit light. So when the leg gets light, you open, and then you return it back for Kochi here. So I was like, and then the way this guy showed it, this guy Miyamoto, not Musashi, just same last name by coincidence, Ken Miyamoto or something.
Mm-hmm.
He was like the coach for like the middle school at the time, and he was like, hey, let me show you this thing. Man, the way he showed it, it was unbelievable. I still can't do it as good, right? And then he goes, quick, bang, Kochi. But it was like, it was so like returning the shoulders this way, up and down, reverse, Kochi. It was like so good.
Mm.
And it was like, you just be here hanging out with him, and before you know it, it's like, you're like down, on the ground with Coach, you're like wondering what happened.
Mm.
You know, it was unbelievable.
That's that true.
So he was like, try that next. And then boy was I like, I was in high school at the time, and I'm like, and then I was trying it, and I was like, yes. Yeah, like, wow, it works.
Stop kicking me.
Yeah, this is a really cool idea, right?
Yeah.
This is like kind of the start to kind of get this, and then, like you said, then you work in the footwork stuff, you know, and then the footwork stuff's a little bit harder, I feel like. Everyone's
Yeah.
coordinated with the hands.
Yeah. Well, and then when
Yeah.
people move, the hands go quiet.
Yes,
I notice everyone
yeah,
just kind of
yeah.
floats like this. It's like really
Yeah.
adding it all,
Yeah.
having that, and then stepping in such a way that you can pull
Yeah.
harder versus like having the leg up and trying to pull.
Yeah. It's like playing the drum, right? It's like this.
Drummer for Nirvana.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's interesting stuff, isn't it? How good is that?